Greetings everyone, and Great here with another Company Rows 1 replay. Spawn on the north side as the US forces, we have True. And spawn on the south side as the Panzer Elite. Down south, we have Aureliano, Aureliano Buendia. I probably completely butchered that, along with my joke.
Ready for orders.
Do you know how the barracks going on out for the US player?
Barracks complete, as ordered.
Down south, got some Panzer Grenadiers being employed as well. Do we see here a Rifleman squad? Not a Jeep, just a Rifleman squad right now. We see a Jeep later on. And of course, we're going to see a lot of stuff being employed out here. Probably 5 Panzer Grenadiers in total. Panzer Grenadier here, presumably forward, trying to capture up the sector. Engineers bypassing this cutoff point and going for... I'm not sure which point he's going for. Maybe trying to wire off this region.
Ready for orders.
Yeah, just a bit of nowhere. I'm not sure where he's going at. Ah, wire.
Join the army, they said. It'll be fun, they said.
It is fun. You get to shoot guns and have explosions and missing fingernails. Not fingernails, fingers. Why did I think fingernail? Either way, we got these engineers. They do see a bit of fire there from the fresh G43 squad. We do now have this engineer capturing the munitions sector here. Of course, that sector would not provide any resources until this sector is captured on up. G43 squad advancing forward will have to brave this area here. Rush Rifleman squad could pop out and engage them. Right now, they're just capturing up this fuel point.
What's our plan?
That's what the engineer there. The engineer squad can go around capture points. This engineer needs to just find some heavy cover and sort of hold the line for a moment. Rush Rifleman squad will be out shortly. He can use this heavy cover here. This Rifleman squad needs to start pushing away over here. Or just going to give them wild goose chase. That works as well.
Observation posts report we are losing a sector.
Fuel point and munitions point has been captured by the Rifleman squad here. Only these fuel point and mission point has been captured up by the Panzer Elite players. So this wild goose chase is actually perfectly fine for the US player. He will of course sustain quite a bit of damage in this engineer squad, but engineer squads are not exactly the greatest squads in the world. In fact, these are prone to being wiped right now. They're that low health that their retreat path could be very nasty for them.
Army Corps here.
And sometimes you just don't need to give chase, because not giving chase means they can go and capture some sectors. But this engineer squad has to be very, very careful. They could potentially hop inside this garrison here. And not really great garrison. They're too low health anyways to really fight it out. Rifleman squad now push way forward. We got the other Rifleman squad here. They're going to push forward and they will help allow the engineers to fall back. Or they could just take some time to capture some sectors. But still, one sneeze and they're both of them dead. Panzer Grenadier here receiving quite a bit of fire from these riflemen. We do have this Panzer Grenadier advancing forward, trying to eye for these sectors. Not any good cutoff sectors at the moment. He is trying to get a fuel point over here, captured up with that wounded engineer.
Supply lines are broken. We have territory.
And Panzer Grenadiers do abandon now that garrison. And now they're going to be eyeing for this cutoff point here. It is a cutoff point for any points on the left side of the map for the Panzer Elite bar in those 2 safe sectors. Panzer Grenadier receiving quite a bit of fire. Rifleman squad does drop a second model there. And now the Panzer Grenadier squad is prone to being wiped out this moment. He's making a soft retreat around. It does get wiped out by this Rifleman squad. Nice little pick there. This Panzer Grenadier squad does get forced back to the Rifleman. Does decapture this sector, but does deny this fuel point from being in supply, and this Panzer Grenadier is pushing forward as well. So far, it's been a very messy game for both sides. They both have maintaining minimal income. But the Panzer Grenadier gets inside this garrison once again. This Rifleman squad is sort of tangled with this G43 squad. And this Rifleman squad will need to retreat back sooner rather than later. Rifleman squad does fall back there. They could actually potentially wipe from this garrison. There are 2 windows on the side. Fire some good volleys there. Neither mod has gone down just yet. One does go down. It does not receive additional volleys there. Panzer Grenadier still inside this garrison. And now we've got the engineers advancing forward in this side as well as well as with the Rifleman squad. Down south, we do have the Comp Group Company and the Panzer Air Command, so we'll likely see a 2-2 relatively soon. Does get suppressive fire onto the fresh rifleman squad there. Engineer squad trying to dissuade them from being in the region. Does get one model drop there. These two Panzer Grenadiers do fully withdraw. Another rifleman or engineer with one model. That wounded one is captured that sector. This point is being decaptured. We'll deny these resource points here for the Panzer League player since he is not captured this sector here. So once again, both players are down to minimal income. This point has been captured on up. And this engineer squad is going to take time to capture this cutoff point. Once you get that cutoff point captured, it will get him a lot of income from these 2 points. These Panzer Grenadiers advancing forward. Kenningrad's finally captured this sector as well, which does give him access to resource sectors over here. Panzer Grenadiers do get some good damage there on these Panzer Grenadiers. Riflemen engaging at long range. This one's trying to skirt around, perhaps get over here. Over here, this Panzer Grenadier squad does force back the engineer squad. And this Panzer Grenadier squad does have the G43. And this rifleman squad decides to fall back nice and early. This rifleman squad just decaptures the fuel point and does a soft retreat, which is very good. Sometimes you'll need to fully capture sectors. Sometimes you just need to deny it from your opponent. And this rifle squad is going to be eyeing for some light cover here. This point is only getting this one munition sector in supply, which is important, but nothing too critical. And there's 3 Panzer Grenadiers in this region as well. Rifleman's not really in proper cover. No, the ones that are in cover is getting some good, receiving quite a bit of fire. Got this rifleman squad advancing forward. This one's starting to advance on forward once again. G43 squads is a little bit wounded, down to 2 members there. Both these even worse off. The Panzer Grenadier squads are down just all through the members, but they're really wounded. Hopefully has base healing, because he desperately does need it. Rifleman squad here does see a bit of fire there, and does force back all these Panzer Grenadiers. If he does not have access to base healing, then those Panzer Grenadiers are going to be having trouble with their next engagement. 2-2 has been pulled on the field. This rifleman squad cannot stay in the region for... Really? Should be retreating back now. Won't be able to deal with that Kettengrad, honestly. He's prone to being wiped out. He's trying to get the Kettengrad killed. And now supply yard has been built, and this rifleman squad may get wiped out. Rifleman squad does fall back as now, and may still get wiped out with the next autocannon volley. And no, does draw some fire with the other rifleman squad. Still firing there, and he does actually manage to barely escape out of there. Motor pool now in the build queue. I saw supply yard was built, and he is very, very low in manpower right now. So he's pretty far away from a Greyhound just because of manpower reasons. Not too far. It's taking up faster than my sick mind can really understand at the moment. Ugh. I really hate seasonal allergies. It's like it happens every season of each year.
All right, listen here.
We have some landmines being pulled out by the engineers, and this rifleman squad is just sort of sticking to this heavy cover. We do not see sticky bomb research just yet. The rifleman squad does lose its heavy cover, not just down to light cover from the crater. The Panzer League player is I can never really pronounce his name. Aureliano Buendia. I don't know how to pronounce that. Rifleman squad does fall back. It's the same bit too much damage there. No triage center back at home. And now this rifleman squad is seeing a bit of fire as well. 222 is a little bit wounded. So far, no visible doctrine.
Armor company on fast deployment.
Armor company, as I said, no doctrine's been selected. Oh, good thing you recognize him, because I do not. And so these players come from Armor Company. The Panzer League player has not has a visible doctrine just yet. Rifleman squad and engineer squad are falling on back. Soft retreating away. Receiving a bit of extra fire there. He needs a full retreat at this point in time. He may lose his rifleman squad. Good chance he will lose both of these squads, honestly. Rifleman squad does go down, and now he's trying to run down the engineer. Kenigrad advancing on forward. We do have the engineers as well. 222 is advancing forward. Is that one level of veterancy? Yes, we do have one level of veterancy for the 222. Panzer Grenadiers advancing forward. One of them has Vet 1 accuracy as well. And looks like the 222 has gone for damage as well. So it looks like he's trying to put some pain on with this 222. Does still need a lot of repairs, and now we do have a T-17. Looks like he's going to try to do the T-17 Allied War Machine sort of technique. We do now have the Assault Grenadiers Heavy Infantry deployed out on the field, and we do have this G43 squad falling on back. Rifle squad is seeing a bit of fire there. Doesn't have any real counters to the 222, or not 222, T-17. We do have a light ATF track on the build queue. And Kenigrad is trying to get this cutoff point there, but decapturing this cutoff point will not actually get him anything cut off, because this one is also providing supply. Panzer Grenadier does fall back away from T-17. 222 is getting some great repairs right there. And we do see base healing here as well. STG squad does receive a bit more fire. Now there's two T-17s still on the field. At this point in time, he may need to get out a Martyr or go for a Tank Hunter and get the Hetzer. Let's switch over back to the US players and see. I don't hear any music playing for the Panzer Grenadier player.
Field repairs are now available.
And now he's gotten field repairs. Light TF track will have a large number of targets for them. Does get destroyed in crit there. Needs to use the crit shot against the other vehicle right now. Does get a stun smoke there from onto the light TF track. Very, very nice. Now global repairs are being activated. Does get the fully immobilized and damaged, destroyed into crit repaired. The light TF track is falling back.
Taking Berlin by Christmas.
And I do believe he may need to go for Tank Hunter at this point in time, because he needs out a Martyr or another light TF track. The field repairs, he has enough missions for another field repair. May need some Panzer. Does get another immobilized crit there. Very nice. Now trying to go for the other one. Does get destroyed in crit there. Does lose light ATF track. Let's see. So not selected Doctrine got a third T-17 now deployed out in the field. The Flak Irving's actually getting some good hits, and at least on this one's rear armor, ripping it apart. The Flak Irving actually may do something. Global repairs have been activated. He's forces both these guys to focus on now on the same one. And I thought I heard anti-tank, so either he went for anti-tank grenades or he went for the Tank Hunter Doctrine. These forces still having trouble versus these T-17s. Just didn't have time to prepare for these T-17s. Does get damage into crit there from one of these forces. This one's seen quite a bit of fire there. 222 does get damage into crit there. Does lose the 2. It does take up the T-17 there with the Flak Irving.
The Yankees are grabbing our territory.
Flak Irving is pretty close to death. This one is seeing a bit more fire. Trying to repair up the Flak Irving in the base. Does lose that Flak Irving now. And honestly, I can't remember which structure you actually have to let the AT grenades from, because you hardly ever see that research as being researched. Now do have the Hetzer being put on the field. Rifleman is advancing forward. Overall, the US player has claimed a lot of field control. Got now another T-17 deployed on the field. You may want to take these T-17s and try to go to the rear armor of the Hetzers. He does lose one of the T-17s now.
Weakening even now.
He is low on fuel, so he cannot get out any Martyrs. We do see Panzerschreck research. He does have enough munitions for Panzerschreck. Now let's push this way forward once again. Let's see what the US player has, plus get the music playing. He has still 3 T-17s on the field, 4 riflemen, 2 engineers. And so also, of course, there are some US landmines as well. As lead players has a triple capture against him, can't really stay in space for all too long.
Observation posts report we are losing a sector.
I just saw your Twitch comment. We do have the Panzer Grenadiers advancing forward, trying to claim some sectors. This one is maybe eyeing for the VP. He needs to start capturing VPs. His triple capture is starting to hurt.
Rifle squad has the objective.
T-70 still finding some shots there. Hetzer sort of just staying back at home. And he is retreating back to home as well.
Supply lines are
Alrighty
broken.
then.
We have territory out of supply.
T-17 does get some shots there onto the Panzer Grenadier. AT Hetzer trying to rotate around, trying to fire a shot, and does not get a shot off. He should be pretty close to manpower to get out another Hetzer. No, he does not have it anywhere close. He must have bought a tank buster squad, right? That's just a Panzer. I'm not sure which this tank buster squad. Let's get a shot there at the Panzer truck. He does need a second AT Hetzer. Does have global repairs being activated as well. T-17 is doing a good job of dancing around the Hetzer, around that bush. Patrick does connect. That was not a tank buster squad, was it? There's a tank buster squad, so there's two Patrick supply on the field. It does roll a miss there. T-17s are backing off a little bit. And now, okay, that's the Kaliningrad advancing forward with no health. Rifleman squad could finish it off. Or T-17.
Germany cannot be seen to drop below 200 points.
And now the ATS or the Kaliningrad somehow managed to escape on out of there. Rifleman squad has seen a bit of fire as well. Patrick's advancing forward. G43 squad advancing forward as well. And now do have a M18 gun here as well. That should be great. I'd support these T-17s versus the AT Hetzer. Now these T-17s are advancing forward. He does not have any Teller mines this region. He doesn't have the munitions income to build out a Teller mine. Two M1 AT guns being found. Does decrew one of them. Very good.
Superiority once again.
AT Hetzer and Patrick are rotating over, trying to get a shot off. Does get a decent hit there. Does get a good hit on another one as well. Global repair is trying to be activated, trying to get these guys back on the line. He does need to capture up some VPs, and let's get it decaptured. Incendiary grenades is not what he needs at the moment. What he needs is another Hetzer. Over here, we do have the Panzer Grenadiers advance forward, getting some shots there on this rifleman inside the garrison. And now it does have a bit of munitions income, which is very important. The Incendiary grenade does displace the garrison, very nice, and finds a landmine there. Very nice. Stack counts advancing on forward. Engineers and riflemen advance forward as well. There's a two-man rifle squad here to support. Infantry's not in the range just yet. Engineers do, or Panzer Grenadiers do take out the engineers. Lost a vehicle. Kaliningrad must have went down. Hetzer is receiving a bit too much fire from there. Getting dancing around with the side and rear armor exposed of the AT Hetzer. Bounce a shot there. Hetzer does fall back in time. He does have enough manpower for another Hetzer. Patrick's making his way forward.
Down to 100 points.
And he's not been able to secure any sort of VP. He desperately does need to start focusing on a victory point, or else he will bleed out VPs entirely relatively soon. Getting some much needed repairs there. Over here, we've got two T-17s, the M1AT gun, and two T-17s as well. It looks like that's a landmine being built there. Nope, it's not. And he has some scattered infantry. Hetzer not facing the correct angle. A little bit poor positioning there. And now you got the Panzer advancing on forward. T-17 will spot nothing. Got this T-17 patrolling around. Let's see, the US player probably has a massive reserve of munitions. Yes, he does. Has enough for field repair. Just get a good hit there. Oh, another T-17 just got built. He's now up to, what, 5? 6.
Let's move out.
T-17 advancing forward.
The enemy is down to 50 points.
And right now, that's not a lot of points remaining because the triple capture as well. I don't think he can decapture a point in time. He needs to rush this point here and really focus it down. Use past the Panzer squads to move forward, and then row the Panzer to capture while let the AT Hetzer keep back these various T-17s. And still has not pulled out a second Hetzer. He should realize he's fighting against a T-17 spam.
The enemy
But looks like he has not realized it.
25 points.
And to have global repairs being activated, and he's just going to keep this point captured. Even if he gets this one decaptured, this game's over. Panzer does connect, but still a little bit too late.
57 crew, ready for order.
And these Panzer Grenadiers are getting ripped apart. T-17s advancing forward. There's more than plenty to engage that Hetzer, and of course got the M1 AT guns for support as well. Good it there, and that is the end of replay. He let out VPs. This is Andrew Grade saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.